Learning foreign language fast, faster, and the fastest. So this is I found out how to learn foreign language the fastest way in the world nowadays, and we can use many good, brilliant platform and tool interface. So many technology is it possible to learn foreign languages. We can get a help of many brilliant things. Then I realized that when I start learning Vietnamese in December, on December 2023, it was a moment that about 10 months the AI started, actually OpenAI started. Then when I made the reference with the AI, this was aha moment because I found out I made a reference. Why not? Let's start to online language exchange with my language partners. So when I jumped into Hello Talk, I met language partners and I invited them to learn doing language exchanges on Zoom because I have many experience to um, Zoom or other platform like Zaiku in India. So it's not difficult for me. And then, so I started for 1 year. And then I use AI, the voice typing also. Then AI made the learning for language faster than before. Maybe the AI is the booster, and then you learn languages very fast too. So, and also besides, and I use the voice typing. So, and then voice typing is very effective. It's faster than 3 times more than writing, the traditional way to write down and so on. So, and then this is the best way to, and then I can study normally, and then I don't study Vietnamese because I know it's quite difficult to learn foreign language as a second languages. When I learned English, so it took many years to use English as a second language. So now I decided I can use the Vietnamese as a second language in 3 years. Is it possible? I guess so. Yes, I think if I do best and then best way and best solution, then it might be possible. Now I already go 22 months, so only 14 months I got left to my goal, reaching the goal. Then I can do that. Recently, I found out one more thing and the intensive way to learn foreign language, to learn actually Vietnamese using Jallo. Jallo is a brilliant, amazing tool. Jallo is like a KakaoTalk in Korea. Just I thought, and Jallo is just the only KakaoTalk like a messenger. And then I already used it many years in Jallo because when I visited traveled Vietnam during winter season, I used Jallo. Jallo already more than 12 years it started. So and then I met Jallo and then I communicate with the Jallo uh, with the Vietnamese people by Jallo. Recently, Jalo had one option, and then I use Jalo and then the voice messages because I decided to focus on spoken-based languages to communication. But one more thing I should talk about it. 1 year, I I started learning the Vietnamese. I thought uh, after 1 year, I will decide to learn or not because 1 year is enough to know about it's possible or not. So my decision, yeah, it's possible. But there was one more problem. Even though I can use Vietnamese, cannot become a second language because I cannot communicate with the people in Vietnamese. The reason why I cannot listen. Most of people, the mistakes of the reason why I took many years to English become the second language, and then the reason why is cannot listen. Yeah, without listening, I I can have a confidence in communication. And that is the problem, not natural. So, and then I decided to, uh, after 1 year, I decided to focus on spoken-based language. At the moment, I try to speak always voice message I send, even though my language partner or my Jalo teacher cannot understand. I try to send voice message and send message together. And sometimes I hope they understand. Spoken-based language is very important. So whatever we do. Now I do the same here. I talk about the program in English, in Korean, and Vietnamese, and then using reading subtitle to build vocabulary. There's so many ways to that. I also that spoken-based language is very effective. Then, yeah, and get back to Jalo. Jalo is important tools. So I use Jalo to intensive way and then very interactive way. Even though my language partners in Jalo teacher cannot send voice messaging, I use it. I found a way to another way. I recorded on YouTube videos and then I can record Jalo. Even I talk by Jalo and then at a moment I can check out. So I think about after we do my content, I have many contents, then I can reviewing them to the AI, and then why my pronunciation is bad, or why I cannot understand what's the matter with the reason. Even though I know the word, why I cannot catch the sentence because it's fast because I can figure out the tonation, tone, intonation, or the accent. There's so many reasons. So I can ask the reason feedback from AI is possible. So there are so many ways. And also I realized that I can use a cloud on Java. And cloud can be a platform to make this. So there's some way to that. Using AI, using voice typing, using Dialog to learn Vietnamese. I don't know other languages because if I have the same function, then I recommend it to my language partner who learn Korean or English. And this is a good way to focus on interactive way. So I can make then learning faster, the fastest way, and then we can find by using good tools like the AI, voice typing, Jalo, and then so many ways, and then with the good language partners and Jalo teachers, uh, we need people who can communicate with each other. This is the most important. And then it's a real life. So when knowing about people, how to connect with the people, communicate with the people. That is the point. If we learn foreign languages, we should uh, be involved in the language communities. The common uh, communication, the spoken-based language is a common uh, sound that is the system or computing can be recognized. This is very important to the gap of uh, communication. If as a foreign learner, we don't know the common using. We have no experience, but we jump into the walk into the world where people say in their language. So I choose their language and then go we jump into we enjoy like the world like all over the world all over the world in their languages. For example, in Vietnamese, there are some not only languages in Vietnamese, but also all the things about people, market, culture, economy, history, all the things were built in the languages. This is the reality. This is communication good. If I jump into the world, I can feel, I can know, I can catch up, then I can use the language, and then I can communicate with the language. Then, yes, I can go for the world. Now I talk about how to pass and learning for language well. I'm reading what I'm talking, and I can go for it. Then I'm asking, wow, this is a ChatGPT 5, introducing GPT-5. Now has our smartest, fastest, and most useful model yet with thinking computer. So you can the best answer every time. Very good. I like smartest, fastest, most useful. Make content of how to learn Vietnamese for language as a second language is the faster, and the fastest way to use AI and voice typing of Google document and Jalo with the voice message to text to improve listening and pronunciation speaking skill after proofreading it. The best way to learn Vietnamese is any language with AI, voice typing, and voice to text. Wow, it's so amazing. I use ChatGPT 5. Thank you for OpenAI to share ChatGPT 5. I feel that it's better potential. Yeah, let's see. Translate into Korean and Vietnamese above. Very good. Unlimited. Yes, I like this content. Why not? Using AI is very fancy nowadays. I can do in 3 years with help of AI, voice message, Jalo. I can go for it. Is your content listening or clear, engaging, and well-structured version while keeping all your original idea, personal experience, and emphasis on intent? I've organized it so it reads like a blog article or guide. The best way to learn Vietnamese or any language is AI, voice typing, and voice to text. Learning a new language as a second language is always a challenge. And in today's world, with the right tool, it can be faster than ever before. When I started learning Vietnamese in December 2023, I discovered that combining AI, voice typing, and voice message to text tools could speed up my progress more than any traditional method I had used before. This approach doesn't just improve reading and writing, and it supercharges listening, pronunciation, and speaking skills. Why AI is a language learning booster? AI isn't just a dictionary or a grammar tracker. It's an interactive practice partner that gives instant feedback on pronunciation and grammar. Helps relate sentence for clarity answers culture and vocabulary question in real time. When I practiced Vietnamese with AI, it felt like I had a patient teacher available 24 then 7 means it, and that accelerated my confidence to start speaking with native speakers. Voice typing 3 times faster than writing. Typing in a foreign language can be slow and frustrating. Voice typing in Google Docs changed everything for me. Speed. I could write 3 times faster than typing. Arthur's check. If Google speech recognition didn't understand me, I knew my pronunciation needed work. Focus on speaking. Every writing session became a speaking session. Voice message to text, listening and speaking combined. For speaking-based language like Vietnamese, the spoken form is the real goal. That's why I use Yellow, Vietnamese most popular messaging app, to send voice message to my language partners and teachers, my professor. Record a voice message to practice speaking, convert it to text automatically, and compare the text with what I meant to say, or adjust my pronunciation based on error. Even if my partner doesn't respond with the voice message, I still send mine, and this keeps me thinking and speaking in Vietnamese instead of silently typing. The 1 year decision rules. When I started, I gave myself 1 year to decide whether Vietnamese could become my real second language. Why 1 year? Because it's long enough to experience the basis. It shows whether language can fit into my daily life. After that first year, my answer was yes, but I also learned my biggest weakness to listening without good listening skill. Speaking feels unnatural. This is why my focus shifted to spoken-based learning after year one. How I practice intensively. Here's my intensive practice with AI dialogue. Simulate a real conversation and get correction. Voice typing in Google Docs. Build speed check pronunciation. Dialogue voice messaging. Communicate with the real people daily. YouTube recording, speak on camera, review my pronunciation. AI feedback, ask why I misunderstood or why my accent was unclear. This loop makes practice interactive, intensive, and real life based. Why communication is the core. At the end of the day, language learning is not about memorizing grammar rules. It's about communicating with people. When I use these tools, I'm not just studying Vietnamese, I'm living it. Talking to people in their own language, experiencing real accent, speed, and slang, in closing the gap between studied language and a real language. My goal, after 22 months of learning, I have only 14 months left to reach my 3 year target using Vietnamese naturally as a second language. With AI voice typing and voice text as my core tools, I believe it's absolutely possible. Key takeaways. If you want to learn Vietnamese or any language faster than ever, use AI for feedback and conversation. Use voice typing to speed up output and test pronunciation. Send voice messages to real people daily. Always connect practice to real communication. With these methods, language learning moves from slow and patient, fast, interactive, and real. Okay?